a great day and happy Mother's Day to everyone.
Thank you. Happy Mother's Day. That is a good shout out right there. So, all right. Well, we are live on YouTube. We are live everywhere we need to be right now. So the show is underway. Welcome everybody to the world of ability. This is disability advocacy, live streaming, podcasting, vodcasting, going out on the many platforms. And we have our media partners. We have the Disability Channel, showcasing abilities, television, by and with people with disabilities and veterans. And we have Transforming Media Network. So with Marcus Hart and all the work he's doing out there, he carries our show. And then we also have Jennifer A. Whitaker with Jen's Books and More in the Coffee Chat series. So we are part of that family of podcasting. We are talking to more people about opening up even more platforms. We have Tim Terozin here, who is helping us with the ERC show and the cryptocurrency show, Blue Collar Crypto, and so many things happening there. And we have Zach Clayton out in Colorado with Community Paid Forward, and we helped him create the PAC channel. So the PAC channel is covering it, and Emily's heading up a Facebook campaign with Nonprofit TV. So we're growing a future there. So we are here to really send ripples around the world and get into marketplace disruption and sharing the good works of many people. So we are glad to have our guests here today. Leon McLaughlin, Mariana Waikiki, aka Mariana de Mexico, and then Tim Terozin. So Emily, would you like to get us started and introduce Marianne, please, as our first guest, and then you and Marianne can introduce Leon, and we'll go from there.
Welcome, everybody. Our first guest, Mariana Waikiki, we met through the Happy Neighborhood Project. And she is an author, app developer, and has puppets. And so, Marianne, ready to introduce yourself a little bit?
Yes, aloha and hola. Thank you so much, Emily and Kurt and Sue Roscoff and Lawrence Wingate Studios, for having these ongoing Saturday shows with the World of Ability, the Disability Channel, the Today's Channel, and so happy to be here. So yes, I am the author of the Acts of Kindness series featuring 200 folk Manus puppets. My books are written for animation movies with sign language characters and soundtrack by Lucy and The Perfect Wave. And through the pandemic, I was able to federally trademark the Acts of Kindness series with Dr. Liddy out of Orlando. And I partnered with Happy Neighborhood Projects and became a co-host on HNP Hawaii, which led me to be the HNP Ability Sign Language Interpreter, which led me to being on your show today and bringing on amazing guests to speak of their good works worldwide. And so all classroom teachers can receive copies of my books from an organization called DonorsChoose.org. And they just request the books. They can request the puppets. Amazon carries them and post it, and somebody will come through. So the first book is called Underwater Acts of Kindness, featuring Noah, the hard of hearing whale, who is recruited by a sea turtle called the General of the New Earth Army to tackle the Great Pacific Garbage Patch between Hawaii and California. And there's several gyres around the world that are polluting our water. And we will be speaking with an amazing guest, Leon McLaughlin, up here pretty soon. And the second book is Rabbit Acts of Kindness, No Bully, featuring Harry, the hard of hearing rabbit, who is a sign language interpreter, Chelsea, the courageous sign language chicken, and Eve, the finger spelling bumblebee. We have a short book for the polo season in Hawaii, which is where I actually met Leon at the Equus Hotel, and it features the hotel manager, Auntie Renee, and it features Pono, the Hawaiian polo pony, who has a deaf rider. So amazing work of how we've been networking. And through the pandemic, I used that pandemic unemployment assistance to create app games for the chapters of the book. So far, I have 11 app games now on Apple for the chapters of the book, and continue to see the series happening, just like J.K. Rowling style Dora the Explorer and retail like Hello Kitty. And I got to travel to Nogales, Arizona this past couple of days to renew my visa and to shop in American Walmart, not a Mexico Walmart. And I spoke with the managers there. So I told them who I was, because Walmart carries the books and they carry the puppets. So we still have the vision of bringing these books and puppets and animation movies, and Walmart can stock them. And we'll be shipping some books to their buyers in Arkansas, where their headquarters are. So we're moving and shaking here on a daily basis. My Fiverr team is in Pakistan, so we're currently working on the outline for Cool Acts of Kindness. And I'm looking forward to starting writing with my co-writer, Suzanne Sims, who is in Guadalajara and is now in Phoenix. And we'll be including Leon McLaughlin Clean Water Foundation, a whale. Whale. I think we're going to change the name, Leon, to Water Flows. Water Flows, Floz. Flows is her name. And Lucy is actually the soundtrack. And she has a new album out called Alive. And we'll have all new characters from HNP, Happy Neighborhood Project characters, because I met so many through these different events in all different countries. And it's just, it's going to be exciting in the next month here, working with Suzanne and incorporating Leon with all of his amazing successes. And I know he's been in Beverly Hills, California, doing a fundraiser with a real estate company. He's been speaking with Netflix. So I'm going to pass this over to Leon McLaughlin now, who received awards from the United Nations, just got fundraising accomplishments with for the Navajo. They're receiving them as we speak, I guess, or we'll let Leon tell you the story. But we've been speaking for the last couple of weeks, and we've also met Jasper, who is doing some film festivals in October in Atlanta with the Afro-American Film Festival, which hopefully we're going to be doing a documentary with Leon McLaughlin. So we're very busy networking, creating some fundraising opportunities. So I'm going to pass this off to Leon. So Leon, give us the update here.
Yeah, thank you, Mariana, and congratulations on your books and puppets going to Walmart out there, because you got some amazing books and puppets. And I'm really honored to have one of the characters, Water Flow, because we gave a concert and fundraiser in Sedona, Arizona, and we had these shirts called Flow, for the love of water. So imagine you came out with a character, Water Flow, and the initials FLOW, for the love of water. Unbelievable. So that's really cool, and we're really honored to have that. We were nominated for the United Nations Global Water Award, and I'll send the link out to that, along with just delivering water units to the Hopi and Navajo reservation in Arizona, where they're picking up these units for over 2,000 children, and their families will now have clean, fresh drinking water from the contaminated water that they were drinking that had uranium and arsenic in their water. We're also working on a project in Gambia with Airline Ambassadors, one of our partners, and we're planning to go where Jasper is in Nigeria to put some things together with this documentary. So things are going great. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. We just gave a great present, like I said, to the Hopi from our fundraiser we had in Beverly Hills last week with Hardcore Beverly Hills Realty, Hardcourt Beverly Hills Realty in Beverly Hills. And that fundraiser, along with the one that we did in Bellevue, Washington, April 7th, was the two fundraisers where we were able to deliver these water units and purchase these water units that 2,000 children on the Hopi and Navajo reservation, and their families will now have clean, fresh drinking water. We have two more fundraisers coming up May 27th at Life Community Church in Kirkland. And then we got a ranch donated to us called the Ferguson Ranch in Woodinville, Washington. And that will be July 14th, 15th, and 16th, like a Woodstock. So yeah, things are going really good. We're putting some great stuff together. We got a great bundle package that we're doing with you, with Jasper, with Kurt. So, you know, the word is getting out. And if anybody want to join us on all of this bundle package, you can go to www.cleanwaterfoundationwa.org. Could donate for the Hopi, join us on the projects, and help us put this whole bundle package together. So things are going great. It couldn't be better. What they say, just when we thought it was great, it got even greater. And our new theme is time flies when you're changing the world. So pretty cool.
Yes, very cool. Thank you, Leon. What a pleasant update. Good news. Good to be had here at the World of Ability. And so, Barbara, I want you to come in here. You're kind of giving some good facial expressions there. I think you were enjoying the good news as well. So why don't you give a little reaction to that, and then give us the good news from where you sit.
Oh, I am like, did I just lose? I'm so excited to see like what's going on with Marianne of Waikiki, and now what we're hearing about Leon McLaughlin, and just to see people network and to see the best ideas grow. Right now, my daughter is about to leave, so I'm going to say goodbye to her.
All right, sounds good. We can have you come back. That's good. We're here for it.
I will. I have more to share, I'm sure.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead. Take a moment to say goodbye, and we'll have you back. So Jasper, come on in here. Share a little bit on what's happening today, May 13th, over where you're sitting, and what are you looking forward to in the week ahead, and talk a little bit about this October event.
Yes, thank you, Scott. Good evening, all of us. My name is Jasper Johnson. I'm seated here in Nigeria, and it's been an eventful day. I went for a funeral somewhere, and then from there I went for a political meeting, and then I got back. I got back some 2 hours ago. I sent you a message that I was available so that we can have some discussions on what you raised alongside Sister Zita, but none of you responded. Probably I knew you guys were busy somewhere putting things together. It's been, this week has been a very, very wonderful week. It's been a week of so many activities on all fronts. Here in Africa, we are getting ready. We've submitted the names of producers, directors of various movies that are supposed to get visa. And so we are also now compiling the second batch for the actors. And so everywhere is getting ready. The social media is agog with our information. Everybody is so excited because October, we're all going to be in America. And then in the next 1 week, I think we'll be able to consolidate on a few of the things we have started. I think this coming week, we'll be able to get the proposal ready for Mr. Leon onward submission to the United Nations. We have submitted the proposal for the documentary film, and now we are waiting for Waikiki and the rest to make their own submission so that we can have something very holistic to hand over to Leon. And that is what is happening in that direction. In other areas, a lot of court is on the put a lot of issues in place. The same thing happening in Angie at Atlanta. The same thing happening with Sister Zita. So everybody is working. I'm excited about it. for the past 2 years, this is the first time I've gotten a very, very focused team, and I'm so happy about it. And so we are moving. Nothing is going to stop us. We are moving right ahead. What we are doing right now is to see how we can attract more people into what we are doing, so that it becomes a real global event that we have envisaged all along. So it's been beautiful all along, and we pray that it's going to get prettier, it's going to get better as the days goes by. Thank you.
You are most welcome. So yeah, you're welcome. And so yeah, we are gonna kind of keep this show going for 40 minutes. When we have Emily close us out in 40 minutes, in that time frame, Zeta is planned to be on for post-show activity, and Leon says he's got a few minutes to join us within the hour after the show, and then once Leon has to get going, we'd be able to keep talking if you want, Jasper, but that might, on other things, it might be an hour from now, but that's kind of the schedule we have going as we produce this show. So Tim, I want you to come in here, and if you're available to give a little reaction. Now we've got our friends Marianne, Leon, Jasper, and Emily here, and we're talking about worldwide activities. We're representing an event in Atlanta, Georgia. That'll be October 12th through the 14th at the Auburn Avenue Research Library. Our group has a tour video by one of our team members that went through the library to show how excellent of a facility it is. And we're going to be continuing to grow what's possible with this event across the next 5 months. And Leon, with his great work in water quality initiatives, we keep learning more and more keeps happening. Constant updates by Leon. And Marianne is showing a background of Build a Future, connecting the public to public schools. So public to schools. So Tim, what are your thoughts about this conversation? It's quite an amazing one. Hey, Tim.
Yes. I think we all had, quite a bit of time on our hands with the pandemic, right? And we all put it to good use, it sounds like. Water quality is really, really important. The cell health in our body, the DNA cells, whatever the cell health, like everybody will tell you, what foods to eat, and it's very important. But a lot of nutritionists will talk about cells in your body. So I'm currently studying one by Mr. Longo, Longo. And it's a health nutrition book. I would just like to share that. I don't have the book on hand with me, but it talks about the cellular health in our bodies and what we can do to improve, so we don't get sicknesses and cancers and so forth. And then now I'm really in support of all these different initiatives that we're talking about today. And they're changing our world. That's in a lot of ways is perfect, but then a lot of ways we need to make some real changes. Like, for instance, in Michigan, there's a city called Flint, 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 that's had poor quality water for decades, mostly because of their government, and they're still struggling. They can't drink water out of their tap in their house. So someday, hopefully, that issue gets cleared up, that we have our government, responsible for things that they've done. And there's other communities that have bad water also. So, but I'm glad that we're on the forefront here of that issue. I just noticed that recently they're having challenges.
That's true. They're having some serious challenges. Actually, we were going to go into all of their schools when it first happened, and we had developed some water units that would take that lead out, because that's what they get. because of the bureaucracy, they didn't let our water units go there, even though we had fundraised to go into all the schools for the kids to put the water units in and have the kids bring the water home. But the bureaucracy stopped that. And so we were working with Oakland Community College in Michigan in Auburn Hills. And they were so like devastated because Flint didn't take the water units because of the bureaucracy. We had to actually send those same water units that was supposed to go to Flint to Cambodia, and they accepted the water units with no problem. And those kids were able to have clean, fresh drinking water in Cambodia with the Flint, Michigan water units. And it's just like you said, the bureaucracy was unbelievable.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, bureaucracy. Jasper and their group has been in conversations about visas, so that that bureaucracy. What does it take to get all these visas taken care of so our friends can come from other parts of the world and be a part of this in the USA? Tim, I'm gonna make a request. Tim, are you available that I can make a request of you?
Sure, I'm always available.
Yeah, well, what about you being a USA ambassador and a USA coordinator, that with this event in Atlanta and with USA Communications, our international team needs a lot of domestic action to take place. And so like with, and even with email groups and with anything you'd want to do for us on Facebook and with phone texts, to help a lot of the domestic communications here in the States. Tim, are you game to be with this Afro International Film Initiative? Are you game to consider being our USA communicator and taking care of a lot of our domestic communications here in the States for this October event?
Sure, why not? I'll follow along and I'll lead when I'm done, and I need some instructions, so yeah, I'll do it.
What do you think, Jasper? Tim's a guy, you just saw him holding his phone in his hand, and Jasper, obviously Tim's not afraid to talk and coordinate. What do you think about him being a USA communicator here and helping all the communication we need done here in the States, that we can have Tim on the mission? USA Communications by Tim Tarosian. What do you think, Jasper?
It's beautiful. By Monday, I'm going to send him an appointment letter, strategic communication advisor for the Afro International Film Market and Festival. And then we'll be able to do a badge for him, and then we'll get started, because it's important that we begin to inform the people of the USA of what is coming in October. And so that it is when people are aware, fully aware, mobilized for the event, that they'll be able to attend either in person or online and be able to support any kind of move we are making. So the strategic communication expert is very important at this point in time.
Yeah,
What do you think about that, Tim?
Yeah, I'd like to come to here. Mary, I just wanted to share some other 89 and 2000. I got hired at a company called Separacor, and my territory was Flint, Michigan. I lived in Grand Blanc and I covered Bay City to Novi. So I'm a Michigander in the past, Kurt, and then I transferred to Tampa Bay, Florida. So in regards to, I'm just saying, I wanted to bring up, I worked for the good company called Separacor because they separated the isomers of existing drugs, eliminating the bad part of the drugs. And with me having such a large territory, I called on pediatricians, pulmonologists, allergists, hospitals, respiratory therapists. And this, the drug was Zopanex, and they had less side effects, and they had a pipeline of different drugs, et cetera. So it was a great opportunity to work with them. I was a top sales rep for them, and I am familiar with Flint. So I think that's amazing what Leon is doing. to bring that in. And I'm bringing up the topic because, Leanne, can you tell us a little bit about your involvement with the doctor in regards to the water crystals, the love hate, and how we're going to tie that into the book?
Yeah.
And
Yes. Well,
raising our vibration spirit of 90% plus.
yes. We're working with Dr. Emoto. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him. You can Google it, and it's the Dr. Emoto message to water, and they're out of Japan. And what they do, they deal with these crystals where they basically talk to water when you pour a glass of water and say, "We love you, water. We're sorry, water." And when you come and pray to the water, somehow through that prayer, the water is like purified. And they've done these tests. And when you talk bad to water, these crystals form a certain way compared to when you talk good to water. So he has a book out called The Message of Water, and we actually have those books on the Hopi and Navajo reservation. And he also have a children's book out, The Message of Water. So they're part of our bundle package, where when we deliver these water units, we also deliver the Dr. Emoto books. And you can Google it, and it's amazing what he's done and the experiments he's done with water. Because as you know, on the Hopi and Navajo reservation, and I'm quite sure where Jasper is too, I don't know the water quality there, but on the reservation, the mining companies was mining, and they ended up with uranium and arsenic and a lot of other viruses and contaminants in their water, where you do get cancers at 16 years old. The average man is living to be like 45 years old. So it's a real bad situation on the reservation where they basically have their water contaminated, like I said, with uranium from the mining companies, arsenic, and a lot of other viruses. So when we took the water sample, we had to develop special filters, just like with Flint with the lead. So yeah, to have Dr. Emoto join us in our bundle package, that's a great thing, what Marianne is talking about.
Good stuff. Boy, oh boy, we are getting some good information, good insights, good things for considering in our relationship with water and so forth. We are joined by a new friend, I believe. We have the name of Jane on the screen. I want to check in with Jane. If you were planning on just watching and listening, or if you want to join the conversation, Jane, I welcome you to come unmuted and join us. Just want to give Jane a moment here to be able to chime in. Otherwise, Jane, just send us a text if you're trying to just be in our audience and watch and listen. Otherwise, feel free to unmute Jane and join us. Thank you for coming. So, Barbara, you're back.
I am back. Yes. I see I'm back. There I am.
All right. So anything more to share with us today in terms of what's happening out of your corner of the world and what you're hearing from Leon and Jasper and Marianne and Tim? Got a conversation going. Does it give you any thoughts or anything else you wanted to add? Just anything?
What I'm studying, what I'm learning right now is that if we can put ourselves in a position where we're helping someone else create value, that's like so good for, talking about the crystallization of water. It's so good for people and our health and our development, bringing out our potential. And I'm anxious. I'm wondering, where I might be able to help more. I was really good when it was my dad's 90th birthday on making calls all over the place and getting people excited, to come to that. And I enjoy doing that. So one place I might be able to help somebody. That's what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking today. I'm anxious to challenge my life and be able to give more to other people, to serve others more, as a way of developing myself and the community of the world that I live in.
All right, excellent. That's what it's all about, serving our community and the world we live in. That Emily, I think that's going to be a quote from today. You can be able to get that out there in our social media. That was good. That sums it up pretty nicely. So Emily, come on in here. Where are you at with all of this? Come in here as our co-host and our H&P ambassador and everything that you represent with us, our podcast engineer. Come unmuted and share what your thoughts are. Anything towards Leon, Tim, Marianne? What do you got, Emily? Barbara, obviously.
I think this has been a great conversation. Don't you think, Kurt?
Oh yeah. This has been the last half hour. It's like, wow, we're going to have to get this out far and wide, so we can share what we just experienced in this show. A lot of people are going to want to watch and listen to this. That's for sure.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to all of our collaborations that I've gotten so far, especially with the Jasper and Leon, and about with our thing with water and the film festival, and to see where it goes. So I'm excited.
Yeah, that's really great.
That's kind of what I have to say at the moment.
That's really great because just like what Jasper said, once we get the proposal, to be able to send it to the marketing department of the United Nations is going to be a good thing. And the way that they can help and market it, because they know how to do it. So I think for us to be part of that will be great once that proposal is done, to forward it to them.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to them.
Let me come in. Sorry, Emily, I want to know what's happening to the proposal? What's happening to the rest? Is it going to take a whole month for these things to be prepared and submitted? What's really going on? Because we've already submitted the proposal for the documentary film called The Drowning Fish, which is a very wonderful, fantastic documentary we intend to do here with all the experts and equipment on the ground. So what is holding the other people from submitting their own proposal? Because the earlier the better. We don't have enough time. We don't have the luxury of time.
So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna kind of write up something myself, so I think I kind of know what everybody does. And then make sure it's okay with that person, and then we can just send it. So hopefully within the next week we can get something moving forward. Is that what we were looking to do?
Yeah, anything to put it together, have it ready to submit, make sure that we're capturing inputs from the team and coordinating with Zeta. Yeah, we got to do that all and get it moving along, get her done, get her did, as you say, Emily.
Yeah, because I know we had talked about giving everybody like 2 weeks, but I think I'm just going to kind of, to move this forward a little faster, just going to wrap something about what everybody does and get everybody's approval on it. So then, yeah. So I think that's where we're at right now with it. Right, Kurt?
Yeah, so speaking of where we're at, we got my wife Sue Roscoff here, and I think where she's at is at Carroll University, her employer. So Sue, you want to come in here? We're having a great exchange. We had Jasper Johnson on here, shall I say we had Jasper Johnson on here, and we're talking about our project for the film festival, and with Leon McLaughlin with the water quality, Marianne with all of her work, Tim's weighing in. He was talking on the TDC Today shows about, air quality and so forth. So with what you know, the world of ability is, and with this crew we have here today, Barbara and so forth, what are you thinking, Sue? What's going on by you?
Well, I just am having a fun day here. We, like you said, I'm at Carroll University. We had graduation today. So I have a whole bunch of students that are off and ready to continue on elsewhere. So for me, it ends up being a sad day because and a happy day all at the same time because of all their accomplishments. And I've gotten to know them so well here for the last 4 years, and I had to say goodbye today. So kind of a sad day in that way, but super proud of all of them. And it's been a lot of fun in the process, and got to meet families today that I've never gotten to meet. So it's been a lot of fun and a little bit sentimental today.
There you go. So Barbara, when's the last time you were at a college party?
Oh, let me think. Got together with people from college who were getting together, different therapists and people who are into the healing arts, to come together at one person's home and see meaningful movies to inspire us and keep us on our path of bringing out our potential by what I was saying before, learning how to network and how to assist each other and how to keep each other inspired. And that came from people that I knew from college, even though we weren't at the same college. My friend was at New College in Sarasota, Florida, something I highly recommend to everybody. I was at the huge University of Maryland, 30,000 people in different countries, but being with that mentality of being in college and looking forward to what we're doing in the future, it's exciting to see people still getting together on that wavelength. I'm in a book club. Same thing, people keeping up that kind of education mentality that just makes life worth living for me an awful lot, and when we're getting to be smart and good together.
There we go. Boy, another soundbite, making life worth living, So let's keep feeding off of that mantra, and let's think of 8 billion people around the world and what we can do to make that more of a reality, that every human being sees life as life worth living. So Jane,
sorry, hello, Mr. Curtis. Finally, I'm able to unmute. I heard when you called me, but I couldn't unmute. I don't know what was going on with my screen. It was kind of freezing on me, so I couldn't really do much. I was just calling to listen in for a little bit. Usually Saturdays is my church day, but I'm not in church right now. So I was like, oh, I saw the text and I was like, let me just call in briefly and listen, to what is going on. And that's why I called him. I don't know. I woke up this morning with kind of itchy throat. My throat is kind of itchy. And I was coughing. So I was like, I don't want to go to church this morning like this. So that's why I'm able to call in at this time. If not, I'll be in church right now. But it's been a great conversation so far. It's been a great one.
Well, thank you very much, Shane. Thanks for connecting in, and feel free to have us as an alternative to church anytime you want. So not into encouraging people not to go to church, but if that's the reality, you're always welcome here.
No
I was
problem.
thinking your throat was itching because of what you have to say, trying to come out.
No, because I don't know. I was coughing and then my throat is kind of itchy and that's it. So I was like, I don't know. Probably maybe I'm coming down with allergies or something. I really don't know. So I was like, let me just stay behind and check myself out before going to church. That's it. But nice meeting everyone. Great conversation.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
They say when your hand's itching, it means money's going to come into your life. But when your throat's itching, and I've noticed a lot of women who have a lot to say and they'll choke a lot. They'll be talking a lot.
Yeah. Okay. I hope so. I hope that's why.
All right. Well, yeah, Jane, you're welcome here anytime. We have a dozen other shows that we produce as the World Ability Podcast Network. So anything we can do to keep you as our newest fan, that would.
Yeah, Saturday morning, um, my Saturday morning, as I'm mostly in church most of the time, or I'm on Zoom with the church. As an Adventist, that's the day I go to church. So that's why I'm not able to call in during this time. But something after church, yeah, I can call in and join. But yeah, I'll call in from time to time once in a while.
Excellent. Yeah, we have a group here that definitely could use prayers, and I always appreciate any prayers said on our behalf. So let's be prayerful.
Yeah, of course. No problem.
Well, speaking of churches, I just want to share when I went to Hawaii, I ended up staying, and I met a deaf man, Scott, and I ended up signing for him at the Unity Church of Hawaii. And through guided meditation on Wednesdays, I asked what my next purpose was, and I was kept channeling to me, you're writing a series of children's sign language books with puppets, and I laughed. Well, here we are. So a decade later. So I just want to say thank you to all the mothers who has supported us to go to school, to support children with disabilities. And we used to celebrate Mother's Day all the time. So now he has graduated from California as a veterinary assistant, and he's working at SeaWorld. So I miss him very much. I will FaceTime him tomorrow, and hopefully we'll see him this summer. So again, thank you. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. And back to you.
Real quick, Marianne, can you refresh my memory? What is the role of rats for your series and for your characters? What do rats do, with everything that you're writing about? And
well, in my second book, Rabbit Acts of Kindness, No Bully, which features Harry the Hard of Hearing Rabbit, which is my deaf friend Scott. I'm Chelsea the Courageous Sign Language Chicken, and he has a finger spelling bumblebee. And he gets bullied in the book by a female French bulldog and a frog named Rippet. So what I'm getting at is he gets kicked off, and he's on Rabbit Island, which is in the island of Oahu where we lived. And Harry the Hard of Hearing Rabbit has to sit underneath an enchanted tree to learn to stand in his power. That our Uncle Pack Rat walks by. Now, excuse me, here in Hawaii, a lot of people call you auntie or uncle. So the Uncle Pack Rat walks by, excuse me, and teaches Harry the Hard of Hearing Rabbit to unpack the uns in his vocabulary, that he is unworthy, that he is unloved. And I got these messages and ideas on a Spiritual Soul Sunday with Oprah and the bishop talking about it. So I write down a lot of different things that I hear from people. So that's how we developed Uncle the Pack Rat. And you can do that. And he learns to be a funkle uncle. So we remove un from the vocabulary of words. So I am worthy. I am lovable. I'm not unlovable. I am not unworthy. So that's what the role of Uncle the Pack Rat is. So there you go. So thank you for letting me share in tears of joy with creating these books and being part of Scott's adult life and for us just to be together as a family. So thank you very much. And the book is called Rabbit Acts of Kindness, No Bully. It's on Amazon. And again, all classroom teachers can get copies of the books from an organization called DonorsChoose.org. And they can get all the puppets too, Kurt. You can get an Uncle Pack Rat at home. So back to you.
All right. Thanks, Marianne. That is great. Jasper, I noticed you came back on. You're unmuted.
Yes.
Did you have something to add here?
God, I'm a very busy person attending to the kingdom as well as attending to the Afro and then to Happy Network also. I'm a co-host in the African HMP. So it's a very busy schedule. So I keep touching base with all these processes to make sure everything is fine. I'm back now. Yeah, I'm back.
All right,
So what's
sounds
going
good.
on?
Sorry, we were hearing Marianne sharing about Uncle Pack Rat, and my favorite pack rat is here with us, Sue Roskoff. So, but
Not wrong.
but Sue,
Yeah, is it
you
Mariano
are
Wakiki? Is that Mariano Wakiki?
Marianne Waikiki was talking about
Mariano
Uncle Pack
Wakiki.
Rat.
Oh, that's
Sue,
good. That's
Sue,
lovely.
And the
Sue,
teachers.
He's
Barely
a character. He's a character that I developed because I was listening to Oprah on Super Soul Sunday interviewing Bishop, the bishop, and he was talking about removing un out of your vocabulary. You're not. You are worthy. I am worthy, and we need to start
Yeah.
affirming those. I am worthy. I am lovable. So Uncle Pack Rat teaches Harry the hard of hearing rabbit to stand in his power to tackle these bullies in the Rabbit Acts of Kindness book.
Sue, we
That's
might have to
lovely.
get, Sue, we might have to get Marianne to send you the Mr. Pack Rat puppet.
Yeah, that's so great what she's doing, and I know we're really pleased on her coming up with the whale flow. Like I said, we had did a for love of water, so for her to do the water flow is amazing. So we're excited at the Clean Water Foundation on what she's doing on creating that water character, which is totally awesome. And I'll let the tribe know when we got some representatives coming out there in June, and we'll let them know about the character flow, because like I was saying earlier, we did a big fundraiser in Sedona, and we had the Flow for Love of Water t-shirts. Now we actually got a character, so that should be pretty cool. And I'll also be talking about it on our next two fundraisers about our new whale character. So yeah, pretty cool stuff.
You betcha. All right. All right. Well, Sue, being the character that you are, you want to come in here and share with us the role that rats play in your life?
We actually have some awesome rats here at the university, and they actually are being retired. They've done their semester of learning how to hit a lever, get a treat. We have, our rats are very well treated here, and now that they've retired from their job, we did a little fun project with them yesterday, and I thought I'd share, because whoever would have thought of rats painting? I have a couple projects. We did it for the first time. We're actually going to go back down in a little bit here and do a little more. But we basically took some canvas, put paint on it, put it in a baggie so that the rats weren't actually touching the paint directly. But they made some masterpieces for us.
Oh, that's awesome.
Got a little
those are really
favorite
pretty.
colors. And this is actually my favorite.
Yeah, those are awesome. They're very
So-
pretty.
When you talk about ability, you never know who might have what sort of ability. These rats had no idea they could paint, but now they do. So we're gonna go back down tonight
impressive.
and do a little more with them and have some fun. So
Yeah.
work can't always be all work, right? Some of it's got to be a little bit of fun too. So
Yeah,
I'd
that's
actually
impressive.
here I've got a picture. Oh, let's see if you can see it well enough of them. We basically threw a bunch of treats around the painting so that it would entice them to walk around and squish the paint around into different ways. So ability is all around. You just have to get creative sometimes. Back to you, Kurt.
All right. Boy, I'm glad we're not showing paintings that I've created, because boy, we're revealing that rats can paint better than Kurt Roskoff. So.
Well, that's amazing, because at one of our fundraisers, we actually got artists that's donating paintings that we'll be auctioning off for the Water for Children. So that is super creative to have that artwork that she pulled up.
Yeah, we're excited to go down and do a little more because, like I said, they've retired officially now and are up for adoption. But we wanted them to have a little bit of fun before they go. So we're enjoying it a lot. I'm probably enjoying it too much. I think I'm having more fun than the rats are at this point.
Yeah, for sure. So we always like those segues to get us to have fun. And Barbara, I know you're one of our expert fun lovers and so forth. So Barbara, I want to give you a chance to come in here and give a little bit more commentary. And when's the last time you did painting, Barbara?
Painting. It was actually at this senior center, and I decided, I wanted to go because I know when I was little, I excelled at the arts. I excelled at painting, and at that point in time, they didn't really understand dyslexia or problems like that. So the idea was I was being bad by not reading and not writing on time with the other children. So they took away things that I was excelling at, like painting, where my paintings would go in the principal's office, for people to see that were considered good. So that the idea is so that I put more effort into reading. And my son had dyslexia so bad that he'd actually have nightmares about letters jumping around and not staying in place, So now as we're becoming more sensitive, we're telling so many people who loved art when they were little and then, you're never going to make money off of it, like that's foolishness. And you need to do what's going to make money. And we're understanding, that we don't all learn at the same time, at the same rate. And that's okay. And people shouldn't, should be encouraged where they do well. And let the person unfold, let the people grow. It's like trying to make flowers, open up their petals before they're ready, but just appreciate what's coming up, the colors and all the beauty that's there. So that's what I have to say about painting right now.
Well, I just want to share with you too. Oh, sorry. I just wanted to share with you too. So my first book, Underwater Acts of Kindness, was written, and I met Marilyn Rogers, a special education teacher in Honolulu, Hawaii, and she promoted Safe Day events with her husband, with Buck Rogers on Alelo TV and the Buck Boys band. And she had a visitor named Franny McGee, who was an actress on Home Alone. And she actually took my book cover to the New City Theater in New York and painted a mural of my book cover in the New City Theater in New York. So I have a picture of that. So that was just an amazing opportunity and a good feeling for them to create them in painting.
I was told that good fortune comes along when opportunity meets preparedness. So people should, keep preparing and learning, and then the time when opportunity meets what they've created. Yeah, like what happened to you with that. What a wonderful story. And I wonder what it means that your book cover is where people can see it. How that's affected what it is that who you are and what you're trying to do. That makes sense to you? I mean, I know it's, you said it's out there, but I wondered how that affected your own personal development, your own growth, bringing out your potential. It was so exciting to have that happen.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because I know at our next two events, the artist that we're featuring does suicide awareness paintings, and it was all new to me. And it's called T's Art, and I'll send you guys the link when we put this show on. And I've learned a lot, and that's what she specializes in, suicide awareness, and it's helped a lot of people.
And she calls it what kind of art? I didn't hear the first word.
Suicide awareness.
Yeah, I heard that. But when you said peace art,
her name is Tiffany, so it's called T's artwork. I'll send you guys the flyer on it. T's artwork, and They're working with us with her art paintings and their suicide awareness paintings.
We do that when we were working with the veterans too. You know, how many people coming back from being sent out as soldiers are coming back to this country and committing suicide. And I don't think people realize, I hear people say, oh, that's so selfish of someone to do that. But I don't think people are aware of what that's like to be in that space and not have tools to get out of it. You know, so I
You're
guess
exactly right. You're
Mhm.
exactly right. Because I've learned a lot since I've teamed up with her, you know, doing these fundraisers. What you're saying is totally 100% right.
Yeah, we're learning slowly to have compassion for all our fellow men and women, right? So we can help each other more, we can understand more. I watched a friend who was alcoholic, and when he would drink would be the only time he would laugh, and it wasn't some kind of social laugh, you know, it seemed to come from his center, and his eyes would become more focused. And I would be seeing this and thinking, wouldn't it be great if we could understand when people are medicating themselves, like what's going on with them and how to help, you know, instead of want to punish people being bad, how to help them overcome what problems are hurting them or keeping them down. And why, you know, how to really help people. And I think we're becoming that compassionate, that aware.
Yeah.
Just right now, Nathan said two people talking like we are right now, sharing an idea that kind of goes throughout the world. That was, she was.
Awesome. So I just pulled up, there's the mural that they painted in the New City Theater of my book cover.
Can
you guys see that?
Yeah. Thanks for
Yeah,
sharing.
that is really cool.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's great. Hey guys, I have to go right now because I'm going in another meeting, but thank you for everything. We're going to put this package together and I'm looking forward to it. And we'll go from there. Talk to you guys soon.
Sounds good. Thanks, Leanne. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you, Leanne.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Well, Sue, if we can. Oh, Jasper, go ahead. Go ahead, Jasper.
Yeah, I'm appreciating Leon for a lot of work he's doing, especially this clean water thing. And if we keep working in that same spirit, I think we're going to be able to provide so much solution to our people that needs water, clean water indeed. So let me appreciate Leon so much for what he's doing. We appreciate his partnership.
Yeah, it's good stuff, enjoyable, and yeah, lots ahead of us in the month and months ahead. This is a great trajectory we're going on. We're enjoying the momentum that's building up, and you know, we're aiming to get this to be hundreds and then thousands involved. So thanks for being a part of it. And we're going to let Sue Roscoff take over the reins, and we're going to let her come in as MC and co-host and do a little work to give us the wrap up. Take it away, Sue. And if you want Emily to do anything, you can call on her.
I wonder if I could say one more thing, because I wanted to share with Jasper. I don't know if he's been connected with Daniel Bursch, but there's a wonderful woman who's created a project called Water for Mercy, and she's been able to do a lot with getting clean water to people. And it would be good for you two to be able to connect, I would think, if you haven't already.
Yeah, I think we should get everybody connected, Leon and Jasper, or whoever, to get connected with them. That'd be awesome.
Excellent. All right. Well, this is an amazing group on here. I'm always impressed. I was so glad I came on. I'm sorry I was late getting here, but having the wonderful day going on that I've had here with graduation and everything happening, it is always a thrill to have all of you here. So really sincerest thanks to everyone for coming and being part of World of Ability. And actually, Barbara, I was going to mention, you had made a statement earlier that I actually wrote it down as you said it, and I am putting it on the door here for the future students to see. We said, good fortune comes along when opportunity meets preparedness. That just absolutely struck in my mind everything with it being graduation and all the things that that means around here right now. So I will be, with your permission, I will be putting that up and sharing that around, because that's just, that says it all for where I'm at here. And again, for all of us here at World of Ability, thank you so much for being here and for all you do to participate. And I'm going to hand it over to Emily to close up then. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. We are, again, this is on the World of Ability Podcast Network. We are here every Saturday at 2 p.m. Central, 3 o'clock Eastern. And thank you, everybody, for coming on today. And for those of you who tuned in, also special thanks to Marcus Hart of Transforming Media, Jace Doyne of the Disability Channel, Zach Clayton of the PAC Channel, and Lawrence Wingate of Wingate Studios for having this show on their platforms. Also encourage everybody to check out all of our social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. Like, subscribe, share, comment, and so on. If anybody is interested in joining us as a guest or helping out in any other capacity with any of our dozen shows, you can contact us at podcastengineer54@gmail.com or abilitymknow@gmail.com or 262-372-1754. So until next time, wish everybody a safe and productive week and to stay happy.